So these are more approaches to project screening, but these are financial models. As we started the discussion yesterday, we were saying that when we screen the project, we can use either the financial model or the non-financial model. So financial models are the models where we use dollar values, and these are called models because there is a mathematics involved in there. But since we now have softwares like Microsoft Excel, therefore we don't have to do manual calculations. So we can do it on uh, spreadsheets. So we will try to see some of these in working today, how Excel sheet can be used to do these calculations. Started with the project screening. It means we have some options, right? So as a company, we have some options that, okay, we can take project A, or we can take project B, for example, or we can take project C, for example, right? So we have some options, right? And we are screening these projects, right? And we are evaluating these projects. And after evaluation of these projects, we will find our winner. Okay, that this is winner for us, and this will add value to our company, and we will undertake that project, right? So that project may be project A or B, but we have to make that evaluation, right?
Mhm.
And one thing I just said, actually it was actually from one expert, that okay, these projects are actually something that add value to our business, right? So we all are here to add value, right? So something that already exists, we add value on top of that. And project management is that tool with which companies actually add values, right? Something is already done, but we do better uh, service for the humanity. This is what is called adding the value, right? By making new products, by offering new services, which eventually go for the betterment of the community and society, and also brings returns to the company, right? Return on investment, we were talking yesterday. Actually, so I just kind of got reminded of that proposition which was forwarded, right? That why, after all, we do project management. So now we are talking of those methods today, or those models, financial models, which are mathematical models, which are used to find the winner project out of the various options available, right? And let us do these methods one by one. There are four in total: payback period method, net present value method, discounted payback period method, and internal rate of return. Now, look at this. If we read slowly, this would make actually sense. And kind of, I have been exploring these methods very seriously, not just theoretically. Payback period, right? So, payback period means how much time it takes to recover our investment in the project, right? So we invest some money in the project for sure, right? And how long it will take to recover that investment, maybe we are measuring that payback period in years, right? So years, that period. So suppose we make some investment in one project A, right? And we make some investment in project B, and we recover the investment in project A in 2 years, and we recover the investment in project B in 3 years. Which one do you think is a better project, just based on one criteria, payback period? Any ideas? A, exactly. Because you are able to recover your investment in just 2 years. Here you have to wait for 3 years. That is why you were reading this one, that lower numbers are better, which means faster payback of a project, better the project would be. Lower the number in years, better it would be. Right. So this is the criteria. right? That okay, we will evaluate all the projects will be evaluated on the basis of payback period, which means we will calculate how many years would it take to recover the investment in the project, or how much time it would take to reach the break even point is another way of saying the same thing. And we reach the break even in 2 years rather than 3 years, then it is a better thing. Let us do some example here. um, I don't think it is easy to read this one, but so I will read it for you. This table gives initial outlay as well as projected revenues for two projects, right? And the name of those two project is project B on the right hand side here, and project A in the third column here in the middle, right? And project outlay is given here, right? Outlay means when we start a project, what happens? We make investment, money goes out of your pocket. $500,000, $500,000, same amount actually. So somebody proposed that okay, you are a project manager, you have two options. You can take project A, which involves investment of 500,000. You can undertake project B, which also involves a investment of 500,000. And which one would you undertake? And you would say, I can't say anything, tell me how much revenues this project is gonna make. And then we do the calculations. Okay, so if I do project A, revenues would be something like these. Okay, 50,000 first year, second year 150,000, 350,000, 600,000, 500,000 for project A for 5 years. So this estimates was made, right? So for project A. Similarly, revenue projections for B was made, and these were the estimates for the same 5 years, right? Now we have to decide which project is better. And we will use this criteria, payback period, that how long it will take for us to recover our initial investment, or how much time does it take to arrive at break even point, right? Now, this is interesting. As I said yesterday, that okay, this can be done through Microsoft Excel sheets, right? So the good idea is either to just trust that when I say okay, it can be done through Microsoft Excel sheets, either to trust that or just actually explore that, right? So, and I made offer that okay, you guys can come to campus and we can explore it on software, right? But I will try here also. Maybe I'm successful, I don't promise, but here it works. Let us do it manually. Now here we are exploring which project. In this slide we are exploring just the project A, just the project A, right? So here the outflow is 500,000. So this is cumulative. CUM means cumulative. Cumulative means aggregate. So cumulative cash flow by the year zero is 500,000. And you must be wondering what is year zero, right? You have not even started the project yet, right? Year zero means before the doors are opened to client is zero, right? When doors are opened, then you count the years, right? Okay, first year of after the opening, right? So year zero is this year right here, before even we are able to offer services to public at large, right? This is year zero. So investment normally happens there, right? So this is cumulative minus, bracket means minus. And then first year after opening, you made a revenue of 50,000. So now out of 500, you have recovered 50. So you are minus 450,000. In second year, you recovered 150,000. So your minus is 300,000. and in third year you made a revenue of 350,000. So you are now going into plus, because your investment was still out there, worth 300,000, and you made a revenue of 350,000, and now you are in
Mm.
plus area here. And then on top of 50,000 you made more 600,000, and now you are into 650,000 plus. And on top of that you made 500,000, and now you are 1,150,000 in fifth year. So that is cumulative cash flow, right? So before starting you had to incur 500,000, and after that you made revenues which are plus, right? So only the values in brackets are negative. So somewhere, right, somewhere here, between second and third year we had the payback period. Somewhere here, if you see in between second and third year, we went from minus 300,000 to plus 300,000, right? So our payback period is between second and third year. And how it is calculated, this is the method. You start with third year. Here for sure you are in positive in third year, right? And then you divide these numbers, right? So this positive number which I am now making as a green number, this green number 50,000, divide by the revenue of 350,000, and you minus that, and then you get the payback period. And this payback period is actually something which we can call 2.857 years. So this is the payback period for this project. So these are manual calculations, but definitely when you are reading it and I'm talking on top of that, things would make more sense than just in book, right? So 3 years. Same way you can do it for project B, and here project B is shown, and here cumulative investment is in the year 0. We have not even started yet, minus 500,000. So we keep on adding the revenues made in first year, and then cumulative cash flow is getting into positive. It gets into positive, you can see somewhere in the fifth year, right? And the method you remember, right? So method is start with 5, take this positive dollar value 875,000, divide it by revenues for that year, and then you subtract that, and then you get this payback period. And this payback period is actually not mentioned here, but it is in years 4.0 to 8 years. Now you have got two projects. One is project A with payback period of 2.857 years, and second is project B with payback period of 4.028 years. So that is first method, payback period. Now what I will do is I will try showing you this thing. Yesterday I thought I am saying Microsoft Excel, it can do it, but I thought at least I will try to show you something. Although whole thing won't make sense for some of you if you are not good at Excel or if you have not yet been taught, but even watching is believing sometimes. And I will try to kind of reinforce this learning with one additional technique. Just let me share something else. It is the same question actually. Like, so I thought yesterday I made these Excel sheets and I thought I must share these with you. Here, look, these are the same projects. This is not like very kind of project A. Like if I make it more explanatory right now, project A is this one. So merge and center. So
Mm.
kind of I'm trying to This is project A, right? We just did this project, right? So manually, right? And these are those years, right? The first year is a pre-starting year, right? 0th year, I mean, and this is 0th year for project B, right? And this is project B on this side. So I'm trying my best to kind of show. Intentionally, I changed this one here, right? So this is project B. So 500,000 minus, and this is cumulative cash flow. These same are here. Year is this column, and then this is of course cash flow. I'm just writing short CF, and this is cumulative cash flow. CF. So if I want, I can increase this side. Yeah, now it makes sense. Now, the same thing we are doing, there is no change in the question. So these are the revenues in first year, second year, third year, fourth year, and fifth year. These are same borrowed from there, and these are revenues, right? So just to color code, these are revenues for all these years. I just did the color coding, right? So now when we do, like if you want, you can have dark boxes there, right? Dark boxes, so that figures make more sense, numbers make more sense, right? So here, so this is outflow. How I have done is I have added C2, which is here. This is column C. Look, in Excel, columns are having alphabetic or maybe letter, okay, or a alphabet name, A column, B column, C column, and rows are numbered here. So this would be in column C, cell 2, right? So this is a C2 cell actually, right? So I mean, here when I am doing what, here I'm a C2 plus B3. So I am adding this and getting this number. So when I drag it, so I get these numbers, right? So here, this is payback period, payback period. This is payback period. I can extend it a little bit. So this is in years. If you want, you can write here years. Right. And how I got this number? This number is through that formula. 2, I did it little differently, that after 2 somewhere I will get the payback period. And after 2 years, this is not 3 minus. I used a little different approach. And this is after 2 years, absolute value of C4, which is here, then divided by B5, which is here, right? So this is B5. So I got this number, and this is exactly 2.857 years. If you want to reduce the decimal, you can make it 26. You want to increase decimal, you can increase it here. So if I just want to 1 decimal, it will become 2.9 years, 2.86 years, right? So what is happening over here is, if I change a number intentionally here, this is dynamic. So it is not that I have just written it here. Suppose I change that this first year revenues are not 50,000 but 70,000. I change it here. And the moment I press tab on my keyboard, this payback period should change. It became 2.80 years, right? So this is a live model, which means you can change anything and you can get the pay period for that. And initial investment, if I change it from 500,000 to 600,000, right? And I automatically, it becomes 3.09 years. So this is correct answer, and this is dynamically computed. So once you make these Excel sheets, then you can enter just the values of any project and then get the answer for that. But I still remember the numbers for our original question was 500,000 500,000 here and for 50,000 here. I remember, so I will change back to original one, and it will be 2.86 years. So this is approach. So see, the same formula and same concept was kept copied for project B, and I got this answer of 4.028 years. 4.028 years, right? So this is how Excel can very easily give you answers irrespective of what your outflow is, what your inflows are, for how many years it is. You can add sixth year, you can delete fifth year, make it only 4 years, right? So you will calculate the payback period, and whichever project gives you lower payback period out of the various ones, you will pick one, that one, right? So this is answer, right? For example, you can write, okay, since payback period is less here, so project to be selected is A. Project A is to be selected because its payback period is less than that of project B. So if as a project manager, you will make this decision, and that's all you have to do. You make your decision, and then whole team will start working on the project. So that is your decision fixed, right? So this way you can use Microsoft Excel. If you don't know how to do these calculations, it is still okay, but still kind of, I would say, uh, watching is believing. So I thought I must at least show it. But when time comes, I'm sure when you need it, and when you learn this software, when you go to learning center, when you get expert in that, it is not more than 5 to 10 minutes game for you to make any of these work on Excel sheet once you are trained, I mean, right?